What's up guys, and welcome back to another video from Just Perfect Variety. It's your boy Maxim as usual, and I hope you guys are doing fantastic. Well, today I'm going to be showing you which characters are really good and not bad and even like usable when it comes to raid in 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross. And a lot of people have been asking me like which character can I get, and if I'm a beginner and I have only these characters, what can I bring in order to make Hell Crimson actually work. So we're going to be going through each character, and we're going to be explaining how valuable they are and how you can actually use them when it comes to raids. Because raids, if you don't know, it's one of the most important activity in the game. Like I said, is one of the most important ones because you need like the materials, because you get like enhancement, like cosmetic enhancement materials, and most importantly, you get like the actual material to upgrade characters and stuff. So it's some sort of like activity in the game that you don't want to be missing on at all. You want to be doing it, especially in Hell, and most likely if you don't have one of these characters, or if you don't have the unit combo, most people, when you invite them or you get invited, they most likely to kick you out if you don't have them. So yeah, possible characters that you can actually bring for Crimson. Let's start off with Crimson. Derriere is a must, because Derriere is a kind of one-shot unit once she ults, and Crimson has like a crazy HP plus defense, and Derriere, like if she stack up those buffs and so on, she kind of like ignores the defense and goes straight away to the hit, which is like very crazy. So Derriere, you'll find like on most of the teams, it's most likely is going to be Gother, Derriere, and some sort of a buffer like King Arthur, or like you can find her with Zeldris, because Zeldris like buffs like commandment teams for 6% for each commandment team in the field. So yeah, you'll find them like the combo of Derriere plus Red Gother plus Arthur, or you can actually find, if your like other teammate like brings green like King Arthur, you can actually remove him for Ascanor, for example. Personally, right now I actually use Sariel, and I don't know if we have Sariel here or the Archangels, but I use Sariel because I found him very good. But yeah, you can actually use that. Ascanor, Red Ascanor is very good, but you need King Arthur for him to actually work. This one is very important, because if you want to get like the cosmetic enhancements, you kind of like need her cosmetics in order for her to work. Sorry, I clicked the wrong button there. Also, like I saw a combo when it comes to like Derriere and plus like Gallant, Red Gallant, you can actually like 4-turn the Crimson. That is a video that I'm gonna be linking in the description down below. You can actually follow, because I never tried it. I have Gallant, but I never tried it. But with Red Gallant, you can actually 4-turn like the Crimson. Yeah, I can make a video about it. I can test it out and share it with you guys if you want to. If you don't have any of these characters, I guess you can actually bring Lost Vein, because he have some sort of like a lot of damage, especially if you crit him and you rank up his cards and stuff. So he have a lot of characters, and most people have him like you are geared and so on. So yeah, it's some sort of like last resort if you want to. He does do crazy damage, but compared to the other characters that I've been showing around, he's kind of alright. Like Twigod or Twigo, whatever you want to ask him, he's very essential, because he's going to be giving you the extra HP because of his passive. He gives red unit, which is the only attribute that you can actually bring to Red Crimson. You can actually have him in the back, and he's going to be providing that extra 30% HP. Or if you have like enough HP in your team, you can actually bring Red Jericho, which is going to be buffing your stats by 10%, like attack related stats, which is crazy. So if you pair her up with Red Derriere or Red Ascanor, she's going to be giving you that extra attack in order to do the damage that you need. A lot of people actually bring Red Demon Meliodas, He's very good just because of his his debuff, which is like ignites, which like actually reduce damage taken, and also like you can actually makes you do more damage as well, like by like 30% if you stack it up or something, which is very, very good. And not a lot of people use him, but you can actually bring him up if you want to be using him with Derriere. But Derriere is always the main character when it comes to Crimson. A lot of people just like she's very valuable and you can't actually change her. Of course, you just use like Red Escanor, but you're going to be struggling a lot, especially if there's someone that is with you doesn't have Red Derriere. He's probably going to take you like 6 or 7 turns instead of like 4 or even 5 if you don't get a rank up with Gowther. But Gowther is also very, very essential when it comes to Crimson Hell. So I do recommend always getting like your Red Gowther and Derriere. But if you don't have like Red Derriere, you can bring like Red Gowther, also like Escanor, plus like the buffer, because Red Escanor like actually relies so much on the buffs because he have like the Amplify kind of card that makes him do crazy damage. And yeah, you can actually pair him up with a lot of good characters if you don't have the Red Derriere. But if you have Red Derriere, Crimson is kind of some sort of like a really easy boss to go through. All right, going down to Red Demon. Red Demon is kind of like very easy, because there is a lot and tons of blue units that you can actually bring to Red Demon. Personally, I use Nunchuck Bond, Blue Nunchuck Bond, plus Slater, and also Easton as a buffer. So Nunchuck Bond, Easton, and Slater. Slater is a really, really good unit for me, but a lot of people don't want to use him just because he's an extra, some sort of like he needs the extra expensive in order for him to work. You have to like to work on his cosmetics a little bit, maybe like give him UR gear or give him like the attack and crit damage or full crit damage. You have to go like the extra mile in order for him to work, which makes people like some sort of like have a sit back in order to like to rank him up. But he's a fantastic unit for me, and I've been using him for a while. He does the trick, right? Especially if he ults and crits all the time. So he's very, very good. But most people, or most when you're joining a party, you're going to be finding like Blue King Arthur, which is one of the best units in my opinion when it comes to like Red Demon, especially if you pair him up with Halloween Elaine plus Easton. You're going to be doing like insane damage, just because he crits a lot, and also like his ultimate actually hurts, can go up to like 700k if you have like UR gear for him. So yeah, he can actually 2 turn or 3 turn if you both have like ultimates with Blue Arthur. So Blue Arthur is very, very essential when it comes to like Red Demon. So yeah, I would recommend actually bringing him if you have him, especially if you have like the extra ult level. The only reason why I don't bring him is actually because of ult level. I don't have like the right ult level for him, and I have like Nunchuck Bond actually 6/6. Nunchuck Bond is actually really good when it comes to like removing stances, and also for the last HP of the Red Demon, you can actually like pretty much like one shot like the last HP if you happen to ult and you have a buff with Easton and so on. So that's the combo that I've been using for. A lot of people been using the free unit that you got from the Attack on Titan collaboration, which is Eren. Eren is very, very good, especially if you have him 6/6, because if you played when the Attack on Titan collaboration like went out, you should be able to get him 6/6, and also like he's old and his buff and everything, he's very, very good. He's practically the I would say like the under damage Red Derriere, because he has like the evasion card and he buffed himself and so on. So he does like crazy amount of damage, and he's very, very good unit when it comes to Red Demon. Like Prowler Bond is actually good because of his damage medications which is like reduce damage taken, or reduce like the attack related stats of the enemy if he doesn't take damage. He's not bad. He's alright. I used him for a while. He does a decent amount of damage, but Nunchuck Bond actually does more because of his like reduced damage, and plus his ultimate like makes him kind of do the extra damage than Prowler Bond. But if you have the ult level, like I said, ult level kind of like plays a really important attribute when it comes to like doing the red demon. So if you have like old level, just go for him. Slater I talked about earlier. He's very, very good just because of like he stance removal cards, and also like for his and also like his ultimate, and he crits a lot and he does like crazy amount of damage. Easton I've been using for a while. She's a buffer when it comes to like the red demon. If both of you have like Easton and Halloween Elaine, which is both like increase the attack related stats when they buff, they're really, really good. Jenna is actually really good when it comes to like removing stances as well. You can actually use her in the back or in front just because of her passive. Can I say passive? I don't want to call it passive, because like one of her cosmetics enable you to 100% guaranteed that you get one of the enhancement materials, like cosmetic enhancement materials. So it's very good. So if you have her cosmetics and you have her, you can actually bring her to Red Demon. She can be used in front and the back. Like I said, she's very, very good. I saw some people actually use Mai. So if you have her 6/6 or you have her like old level, is actually very good, and you have her leveled, why not? And you don't want to be wasting your materials, especially like SSR pendants, which is like one of the most difficult materials in the game to get a hold of. So yeah, you can actually bring Mai. I saw some people like actually use her. She's very, very good. And if you don't have a lot of options and you happen to have like Blue King is not bad because of his petrification, and he's one of the like the only characters that can petrify, and you can actually like bring to Red Demon. He's kind of decent. The only problem is that be careful when you use like Blue King and Nunchuck Ban in the last HP, because most likely Nunchuck Ban is going to be saving his ultimate to the last HP, and if you happen to ult with Nunchuck Ban and then there is a King in the other party and he petrifies, he actually nullify like old like debuffs. Kinda, so he kind of like cocks like Nunchuck Ban a little bit because he removes like all debuffs and so on if he petrifies. So be careful if you are playing King yourself and you happen to have Nunchuck Ban in the other party, so you don't petrify and remove like the debuffs for Nunchuck Ban, which like makes your raid partner very, very angry, and you don't want to be doing that. Blue Jericho is actually really good because she has the same passive as Red Jericho, which is like increase like the attack related stats by 10% for the blue units instead of the red units, unlike the red one. So it's very, very good to have in the back if you want to be having that extra 10% attack and you want to be doing that juicy damage. So yeah, I have her in the back right now. My team is actually Nunchuck Ban, Blue Jericho in the back, Slater, and also Easton for a buff and so on. So yeah, and it's like very, very fast. Like normally it takes me like 4 turns to finish the Red Demon, so I would recommend that. Also, I saw some people like, it's not recommended, but I saw some people like bring Goddess Elizabeth just because they have her. She's very good because of her stun, her shield, and her ultimate, which is like heals just in case like you're struggling a little bit. So yeah, if you want to like to remove stances, which is like very common when it comes to Red Demon, you can actually bring her and stun. You can actually remove her his like stance or his defense related stats from that stance. Also, you can actually bring Pierce if you have like Blue Lilia and Blue Demon Meliodas. It's not that fast, but it kind of works to some degree. I tested it out like at the start when I actually got Blue Lilia and Red Demon Meliodas. It works to some extent, but it's not the best. But if you happen not to have like all the characters and you just started, but you have Blue Lilia and Red Demon Meliodas, like Blue Demon Meliodas, sorry, you can actually bring her instead because it works. It kind of works. Yeah, Master Meliodas is not bad. It's not the best kind of damage, but kind of works if you happen to have him and you just started. You can actually bring him to Red Demon. I used him for a while, and I actually passed one of the title quests, which is like finish like the red demon in hell with only SR. So yeah, if you can actually bring him and use him. Going down to the gray demon, I wanted like this video to be very short, but yeah, what can you do? I wanted to explain, and I don't want you like to if you just started, this one can be here. If you just started, you can actually like struggle a lot, especially like with the raids. So yeah, this is a guide just to help you through it. All right, so Grey Demon, you kind of like need long range kind of attacks. So Green Gother now is actually very essential, especially if the other one, if the other like raid partner actually have like Green Gother as well. You can actually double rank up and have golden cards which do tons of damage. So Grey Demon, you need Green Gother for the extra attack stats for his passive, and also like the rank up, which is very good. You like one of the best units to actually use in Grey Demon right now is actually King. Green King actually like is a crazy damage unit when it comes to Grey Demon, just because of his long range kind of attacks. So if you have him like leveled up and so on, you happen to have like a lot of alt level, you can actually use him. He's very good. So yeah, I'd recommend bringing him, because like you're going to be seeing him a lot, and especially if you have UR gear for King, which is like full crit damage with attack substats or crit damage substats. He's going to be doing crazy buffs, especially if you bring him with Helbrim like for a buff, and also like Gil Thunder with his attack buff as well. He's very good. Plus like Jenna in the back in order to get the 100% in like cosmetic enhancement materials. So she's very essential. You can actually bring Zarataras. I used him for a while when I didn't have enough characters, and I happened to like to level him when the final boss DN came out, and he was like the character for it. So I actually leveled him to 80, and I didn't find any usage for him, so I actually leveled him and used him in Grey Demon. He was kind of good. I used him for a while until I actually leveled up my King. So yeah, very good. Also Valenti, which is like increase your resistance or reduce the resistance of the... No, it's actually like increase your resistance, so you can actually do like take less damage, which works very good against the Grey Demon. So if you have her in the team, you actually like take a lot of less damage. So if you have two Valentis, no, it's not recommended to bring two Valenti, but if one of you have Valenti on the team, you can actually like reduce the damage taken from the Grey Demon by a lot. So it's definitely recommended to bring. Like for me, for example, for Grey Demon right now, my friend actually bring King. And I actually bring the two buffers, which is like Helbrim and Gil Thunder, and also like Grey Demon. I don't do the damage at all. He kind of like have like everything maxed out on King, so I kind of like just buff him and let him do the damage. But normally you can actually work with Ascanor, but you have to like to bring Liz, because Ascanor can't actually do the damage because he doesn't have any long range attacks. But Liz like actually gives him like the two ultimate orbs when she ults, and she kind of helps him a lot to get the ultimate as fast as possible. And his ultimate hurts, especially if you have him 6/6 and you don't have any of the other characters leveled up. For I forgot what it's called. But she actually increased like the HP by 30%, which is very good. If you don't have like any other units in the back, you can actually have them in the back and increase your HP by a lot in order to extend your survivability by a lot. That's it for me. I hope this small guide like you find helpful, and if you guys like want me to go into depth in which like showing you in game how do I actually do the red demons and stuff, but there is plenty like videos about that, so, and no one like actually showed what you can actually use in Crimson Hell, so I decided to make this kind of like tier list and which one you can actually use. So I hope you guys find it very, very helpful, and if you do, please don't forget to leave a like, as all likes are really, really appreciated and do help the channel to grow. Subscribe if you haven't already. We're missing only one person to reach 100 subscribers, which is going to be nuts, so please do it. Thank you so much for watching. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.
Seiken Escanor.